Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
This is me, Umar, and I'm here joined with
Your akhi.
Akhi. How are you doing, EJ? We just finished the first part of this episode. You guys are probably watching this the week after the first part was posted. But hopefully you guys remember what we talked about. We just did a little recap. We talked about EJ's upbringing a little bit in the Philippines, his state of mind, and what he was basically going through as a child to his early teenage years, and where his life was at, and all that is very, very important because that all brought him eventually to the Deen. I think I did this last episode again, but I'll do it again. Start with the hadith, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's narrated by Umar ibn al-Khattab, right? Surah Sahih al-Bukhari. And it goes, I heard Allah's messenger saying, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying, the reward of deeds depends upon the intentions, and every person will get the reward according to what he has intended. So that's just the first part of the hadith. But what that hadith entails is the fact that, what you intend on doing, and with the intention, what you do it, is what you will be rewarded for. So with this podcast, like any other podcast we do, we want to purify our intention. We want to make sure it's known that to us and everyone around us that it's for the sake of Allah, and hopefully people benefit from it. Because that's the biggest thing, and that's what we did a 2-part episode for EJ, just because of the fact that I think it is very, very, very important that we have that. Because we want to maximize on this. This is a reverse for it. This is very, very special to have someone sitting next to me that found Islam, that reverted, There's people out there whose hearts are locked. So for this, it's very, very important that we get the most out of EJ, and what he has to say in his story and stuff like that. SubhanAllah, he's an amazing person. He got amazing smile and stuff like that. But besides that, he also has a beautiful heart, and a heart that Allah led to the Deen. So with that being said, let's start from
First year in basketball. The first season, we went undefeated.
No way.
We won the championship, bro. We won the championship.
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade. They never won any championship. We went undefeated, dog. I'm talking about. I have a picture.
You carry them.
Bro, I was a point guard.
No way.
I was literally, and in the second year,
I don't want that one.
so, and then I was into it, bro. Like I was doing like AAU and all that stuff.
Oh no way.
Like, my mom put me in, like she trying to put me in so much activities, trying to get myself surrounded with with the basketball. And literally, bro, I growing up, I'm like, I don't like basketball nowhere. I can still play, right? But not really me. Nah. My knee hurts, my ankle hurts,
Well, you need to do this now, though.
But so going to 7th grade, that's when I'm like, okay, this is, remember, the 6th grade, this when I'm just like, okay, man, nothing, right?
This is your first year.
My first year, trying to see people and all that stuff. Second year, 7th grade, that's when everything started going downhill, bro. Because now you're like,
cool dude,
Mr. Championship, whatever, right? It started to get to my head. Now I started surrounding myself. Like in that school, we have people in the basketball team and like, what, let's try some things. Try to do this and that. This one, drugs got involved with all that.
7th grade, huh?
7th grade, dog. That's young. Very. Like,
and so this went on from 7th, and this is where like you obviously were a kid as well. I don't think many people have much of a relationship with God at this age, anyways. But 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th grade, like this one, it's crucial. It's crucial. Well, it's not. The environment is crucial.
Exactly.
Right? Environment is crucial, but then no one has. I don't think kids have that personal connection, but I'm guessing that you don't have any type of.
Mind you, bro.
Connection with.
Mind you, I came here by myself, bro.
Oh yeah, your mom, she's working.
Yeah.
Who am I going to surround myself with? Of course. So this is 7th, 8th, 9th.
This is 7th. This is when, like I said, starting going downhill. So 7th grade, that's when things got popped off. That's when I started getting involved with drugs and all that stuff. Very young age, bro. Stuck for Allah. But may Allah just, forgive me for that, man. Now I think about it more, I'm just like, dude,
Allah forgive you though.
Allah, bro.
You're like when you reverted.
Inshallah, but That's when I getting involved with the drugs and stuff like that. At 7th grade, bro. Then we got kicked out of the high school, with the elementary school. Elementary school. We got kicked out.
Kicked out of elementary school.
Bro, it's so crazy.
8th grade, 7th grade.
7th grade. This is a private school.
How'd your mom feel about that?
Bro, my Eddie Moore was dude.
She hated you or hated you?
Both. Bro, it's both, right? But imagine, bro. Imagine from your mom's perspective.
Yeah, she's
You bring your son from a different country to be better, and then next thing you know, a year
She's
after,
working so hard.
bro, you got arrested. You got kicked out of high school. You got kicked out of elementary school at 7th grade.
Right? You're like, what, 13 at the time?
I was like 13, 14, 13-ish, something like that. So 7th grade, and those 3 of us got kicked out because some dude snitched on us or whatever. But after we got kicked out, dude, it's so crazy, bro. This is how crazy it is, bro. I remember this because we were in the classroom. Cops came in, right? Because we got arrested and all that. Cops came in, bro, picked us up in different rooms. You know what they did to us, bro? Put us in handcuffs.
7th grade.
7th grade, made us walk the entire
To make it like to show,
make it show like, yo, look at this.
like, set an example.
Sad example, like look at this young 7th graders, bro. Made us walk there. So of course we're like, you're looking down, like, man, literally we're like this.
As a kid, you don't know who you are.
Like,
You don't know who you are. So at that point, when other people see you as you know,
you see that kid, bro. Like
if you see that they see you in that way, that's how you can think of yourself.
Exactly.
You're not gonna think of yourself as a scholar.
Exactly.
You're not gonna think of yourself as someone who's educated. It's embarrassment. It's humiliation. So that humiliation, obviously, like it, you know, it scared other people, but it was set in your mind.
Yeah. I still remember that, bro.
Yeah, it's humiliating,
Bro, it's crazy. That's a young age, bro.
yeah, very young. Mistakes happen, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's humiliation. That like, don't mind me. Like, mind you, I said that it will scare the other kids not to make mistakes. But you,
But for me, it's just like, dude,
it's
just not me. The other 3 dudes, 2 other dudes.
you see that,
And those are our close friends, right?
yeah, that's not fair.
But so we got kicked out of that, and then we served the community service. We had to attend like the court and all that stuff, right? And then after that, this is like middle of 7th grade. After I did my time and all that, I didn't go to jail, none of that. But we went to not really. But we went to like a community center, right? And then we were doing like courts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, bro. We got caught up with some weed, dog. Like this little smaller thing, man.
You're also in 7th grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, but they want to make sure like we want to punish these kids, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, after that, we moved to not move. I transferred school to a public school, right? And mind you, I'm the only Filipino here. And a lot of people with me was a lot of like, a lot African American. So this is when I started getting involved with like gangs and all that stuff. This is 7th grade.
So you're still in 7th grade.
7th grade. This is because we got transferred middle of 7th grade. So now it's 7th grade. Mind you, bro, within like 6-7 months or so, it was a lot. It happened. A lot of things happened to that. And for me now, I'm cool. I got a personality now.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you got people who like got the same personality as you. So guess what's gonna happen, bro? You gotta make sure you gonna click with them, right? And at being at that age, you don't know what you're doing, bro. You just follow what they do. Of course, now this is where all the gangbangers happen. You surround yourself with, oh yeah, we're pro dogs. This is that. This is when drugs got involved more, right? But from that time, dude, we don't do nothing but like gangbang. Like I'm talking about, we run from cops. I have some of my friends, like stuck for a lot, bro. Stuck for a lot, man. Like they beat up like homeless for no reason. And like for me seeing this, I'm like, dude, that's not right, bro. Like no matter
like that.
And I felt that already. I'm like, man, this is.
But did you feel like you had to hold like that part of you back in front of them?
Exactly, of course.
You had to, so you just,
of course,
but you would never.
I would never say anything.
Never say it.
But I just always keep myself like, man, dude, that's so wrong.
But you had to like suppress that feeling of guilt and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I mean, dude, you ain't got nobody, right?
yeah.
It's only me, right? So I'm like, man, it's crazy how these guys are doing this. So after that, I'm still involved with the gangs and all that stuff. And then we ended up leaving out of the environment because it was just getting bad. My mom got divorced and all that stuff. So we ended up moving. So we ended up moving to in Lincoln Square area. This is in like Lincoln and Foster, right? You know, I'm sure you know where that is.
Yeah, I grew up there.
Good. So this is when I, become, this is where I, transferred to 8th grade. Now I'm starting to see a lot of things. Now this is where I met the first Filipino dude. I never met no Filipino.
Well, Chicago became a lot more diverse in later years anyway.
But that was like 8th grade. I'm like, man, I was like, yeah, Filipino. I never knew. It was like, yo, then of course I'm still trying to still have that environment, but then I'm like, let me change, man. Let me change.
Well, you finally found someone that you can chill with. That like you don't have to suppress your feelings with. Because I think the issue with you was like you were hanging out with these people. If you said one time, yo, like they would drop me. Well, not just that, but they would stop messing with you.
Oh yeah,
right. You don't want them to stop messing with you. That's all you had.
Yeah,
right. Now it's like, yo, you could be yourself because you don't have to mess with them because you got other people now. You got the third person. Okay, so that's cool.
So I met this guy, Filipino brother. This one, I'm like, okay, man. Now I'm starting to change. I see myself changing a little bit, but I still got that.
I feel like you weren't even changing. I feel like you were just being yourself at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I feel like I still got that inside, like back in my head. I'm like, nah, man, you still this dude, right? It's the shaitan whispering, man.
What's
was? So we ended up graduating
middle school.
In the middle school. Now we went to high school. This is when I'm like, oh man, it's a different crowd. This is when I started seeing this. Well, in elementary school, that's where I already met some Muslims already, right? But seeing Muslims already, bro, I'm like, back in the Philippines, we always see like Muslims as terrorists and all that stuff because there's one island in the Philippines. They just like, oh, this island is just a bunch of like terrorists, right? So back in my head, I'm like, man, Muslims are bad people, right? So going to elementary school, I see this guy, the Muslims are, they're cool. I got class with them, I got connect with them. But I always think like, oh man, Muslims are bad. Before I'm like, Muslims are bad. But then I'm like, man, this Muslims are cool, right? But we were young, we're 8th graders, right? So you didn't have like an opinion. No, I'm like neutral now, right? But still back in my head, I was like, man, the Muslims are bad, right? Because now going to high school, elementary school,
you didn't want to like be friends with them.
I mean, I was friends with these people, but I don't want to be like too close with them, right? Because I have the people that I surround myself with, right? You have close-minded,
yeah,
right? So high school, I see we have people who's Muslim. Now I'm starting to see like super diverse. You have Muslims who's like they're doing other things and all that. So I don't want to, like they're a bunch of hooligans too, right? So either you got the good Muslims,
yeah.
And for me, going in high school, they put me in the ESL.
Well, but at this point you were in the United States for 3 years, correct?
So,
but you knew English.
I know English, but it's just I probably failed from the written test and all that. That's why they put me in there, right?
How are your grades like in 6th, 7th, 8th grade? Well, I'll cut this part out.
You can put this. You can put this in me.
Yeah, you get a report card and just put it up.
No, I barely passed 8th grade.
How'd you fail 8th grade almost?
Dude, because I'm nothing, dog.
I know.
Dude, my mom was so happy when she because she thought I was joking. She thought I was joking that I'm like graduating
8th grade.
I was like, yo, I'm graduating, She's like, nah, you're lying. Nah, she's like, believe me. Until I came there with a gown, I'm like,
oh no way.
And she's like, no way, dude.
That's awesome.
But so now in high school, now put me in ESL. Was you ESL? You have a lot of people, a lot of Muslims. Now I'm surrounding myself with a lot of Muslims.
Like some
people
have broken
people who have broken English. And for me, being arrogant, bro, I'm like, man, I can speak English in all these guys, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I just like it's whatever, right? So and then I was like, when I was there, I'm like, then, see, man, we're gonna go deep in high school. That's why
episode.
Inshallah, what gets to the point to where you became a Muslim, and then I'll ask you some questions. We'll end it like that. Okay? All right. Bismillah.
Man, I ain't no celebrity. Yes, sir. You made me,
Bro, man, to me, bro, you're everything.
We talk about big, handsome, bro. You come on, and then I had a I witnessed one of the best co-hosts, right?
Yeah.
Man, Bismillah. You know, we lost up with high school. You know, so this is when I think about it. But we left off high school, right?
It was recording too, right?
Yes, this one too. How about that?
Is it our insurance to make sure if one doesn't work, at least the other
Make sure everything's working.
Yeah.
But so high school, we talked about how, you know, growing up in the Philippines, right? And never really don't have any Muslim friends. So my first exposure was ESL zone was elementary school, 8th grade.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Then ESL. Sure, but you know, I'm high school. I still, man, it's subhanallah, bro. I still put myself in a bad environment because now you have this diversity. It's a lot of people in this now. And of course, you're always gonna want to make sure you come back to where you came from, right? Coming in the States, you surround yourself with this type of environment. No matter what happens, we're gonna keep. You're still gonna keep following that.
Like you said that you met a Filipino person.
Yes.
And that was 8th grade.
I feel like I was a bad example for that too.
But like, did you have any other Filipino friends?
Now,
No, not
well, before,
high school. High school.
Actually, no.
Just that one guy.
Just one guy. There's one guy, and then there was another guy is Cambodian, and then Cambodian, yeah. And then going yes, actually, I'm sorry, I lied. Throughout the high school,
You made
made more Filipino friends.
Okay.
Because I started joining the Filipino club,
Yes.
the hip hop club.
Hip hop. You danced.
But yeah, so where we at? Filipino friends are you know, I was with a lot of still bad influence, right? What we talked about from the last episode, that how I got arrested, 7th grade. So freshman year, you know, I was.
But they didn't take you to jail, right?
It's over. No.
They didn't take you there. But they put you in handcuffs.
But they put me in handcuffs. Second year high school, right? This is when I'm like, it's still bad. I'm still manager. I'm starting. I'm in that childhood. I'm growing. You know, I still don't know what's my purpose in life.
But you're looking for it.
I'm still.
Are you actually looking for it now, or did
There, look.
or did well, you know,
It's always something there. You know,
but nothing was there.
nothing too crazy. Nothing great.
And were you atheist at this time?
This is when I'm like, this is still
Agnostic. So you believe that there was a higher power, but you didn't think Jesus, or you didn't think Allah, you didn't think anything.
That's why I just believe that it's
Something. You had that feeling, you know, that consciousness.
so. Second year, so freshman year, I flunked freshman year.
Oh yeah.
They had to repeat freshman year. So now it's so crazy, bro. Because now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, I know myself. I feel like if I would have tried harder, I would have graduated with everybody.
I was like that too, though.
I know, but everyone had that age, you know.
Yeah. The reason I graduated was because my senior year was during COVID. So what they did was they said that it didn't matter. You just pass. Even I felt yeah. Is it pass, and then they just passed me like that.
Yeah. No, but for me, I had to work hard. This is before COVID, dog. But imagine, bro. I barely passed the 8th grade. We talking about high school. Well, so I flunked freshman year. I had to repeat freshman year. So now I'm looking. I'm like, dang, you know. I'm like, all my friends are. Like, imagine, I'm so idiot. Still love, bro. Whew. He's still recording. We just keep going, you know? All right. But, oh, man. So, I flunked. I went back. to be a freshman, everyone is a sophomore year. And I'm just like, man, hey, what am I doing? Like, mind you, that Filipino friend with me, he also flunked with me. I'm sorry. No, it's good. It's fun. That I'm thinking about. This is just like my whole show is like comedy, dog.
Yeah.
But that's one of some. This is what makes it.
No, what did your mom feel about that?
I'm eating it the other week. She already hated me because I got kicked out.
So did you ever graduate high school?
No.
I'm sorry, dude. No, I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just asking. I didn't know. I didn't know. I promise you, I didn't know. I'm sorry. It's okay, dude.
I know, but alhamdulillah, right? Everything happens.
So got your black belt.
We'll go back one day. But think about this.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, bro. It's crazy. Like all the life that I've been through, bro. Like I'm like now where I'm at, I'm like alhamdulillah, bro. Like looking back at it, bro. It's like if you could write a movie about it, bro, we'll make a whole production about it. But so now, right, in the like sophomore year. Now I'm trying to get, this one. I got arrested again as sophomore year.
You did.
I got off weed again. Right, I got arrested 3 times off weed. Stupid stuff, bro. Like all high school. I got arrested and got kicked out in elementary school. Got arrested in high school. Like safety, they handcuffs me and everything.
But this time they go to jail.
This one, they put me in this little juvenile, like small little
cell
by the station. Pretty much, I stayed there for
in the station, right? The cells that in the station. Yeah.
No, of course, bro. I'm young cat, bro. Like you see these girls all in the same cell as you, right?
You're scared. You were scared right then.
I do. Like at that age, bro, you're like, I ain't got nothing to lose, bro. Kill me right now. Stack for the luck. But I'm like looking. I'm like, man, it's just whatever, right? Because now you looking. I'm like, man, you here with me, bro.
Yeah, what's we're in the same boat.
We in the same thing. Why would I hate you?
Yeah.
So we're in there, and then I'm like, man, that's when I started realizing, like, man, all this thing that's happening for us is why, right? This when you start happening, like, man.
So I think if there's
out here, why you allowing this?
Yeah,
that's what made my.
But it's your choices.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, I know that. It's just
I think what it is, like, I feel like whenever we have a setback, like whenever we have setbacks and stuff like that, that's when we start thinking about the higher up. You know what I mean? Every time something bad happens, it's like we never take accountability. We just say, okay, well, why is Allah doing this to me? Every time something good happens, you want to give yourself all the credit, right? As humans, we do this so much. Anything we accomplish ever, and I speak for myself too, anything you accomplish ever, and this is just subconsciously, you always give credit to yourself. Even if you say alhamdulillah, even if you say all praise to Allah and thanks to Allah and everything, you feel a sense of accomplishment, which you should. But I feel like we always give credit to ourselves when in reality, of course, it was us, who accomplished, but it was only through the guidance of Allah, and if anything, all of it was a blessing from Allah, regardless of who you are, how you are as a person. Now, when something bad happens, we always think about, why does this happen to me? What did I do wrong? How come this always happened to me? You victimize yourself. You just talk all this talk, but, and then you demonize the higher up. And then you were like, I don't want to believe in this because I feel like Allah doesn't like me, I'm getting screwed over and all these other people are not, even though it's your actions,
and at that young age, you don't understand it.
But the where you thought was like bad for you was a means of guidance for you to consider dating.
Subhanallah, bro. I never thought about that.
I only started thinking about that when I used to have like obviously my own situation, but like, those setbacks those are the big, setbacks that I would have in my life, and not just in terms of, mistakes I make, but any type of difficulty and burden that I would have to bear, it would only be up until the point where, like, I just finally be like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna pray to Allah regardless, whatever's going on, nothing I can do about it. One thing would get better. I feel that the thing that burdened me made me stronger, made me a better person, made me a better Muslim, and then I would think like, man, what I thought was the worst thing that could happen to me, or just bad things happening to me, or just like things that hurt me and traumatized me, that I would think that, hey, how come it doesn't happen to him but happen to me? Why does everything happen to me? That was a means of guidance for me to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I know everything starts clicking, everything starts making sense, right? And then I go back to the ayah and think, with hardship comes ease. You know, I always think about that. You know, because with hardship, there's always some ease in hardship. You know, always. There's always some beauty. You always learn something. And I don't think that someone can actually mentally, emotionally, spiritually grow without pure hardship. You know, hardship makes you uncomfortable and makes you change. When you're not uncomfortable, when you're not going through hardship, your brain is relaxed and wants to stay in that position. And when it doesn't want to do that, you think very, very uncritically. Like you that's why you're more stereotypical when you're happier, because your brain doesn't want to think more critically, so it has presets, you know, and that's just psychology, but it has just presets set for you so that you don't have to think too much. Don't think too critically. But when things start to get tougher, I don't know if you ever noticed this with yourself, when things start to get really, really tough, then your brain's cognitive function increases, you know, and that's what happens. And that's why I say the only time for you can actually like grow and change is when you go through hardship, right? So as Muslims, you know, we go through hardship all the time, right? Yeah. And when we go through hardship, right, imagine how much we grow, right? Imagine how much we grow, because they say the world is dunya is like prison for the believer, and it's like Jannah for the non-believer. And I'll put that up if I find it. But that's crazy. Why is it a prison for me and not as paradise for them? What's the difference, right? Like, we live in the same life. We got the same lungs. We got the same kidneys. We got the same legs. We got the same hands, you know. Well, how come it's a prison for me? But you see that when you understand that for us, we discipline our emotions, right? By not listening to music, by, you know, lowering our gaze and, you know, whatever, right? And in that, it's tough. It's difficult, right? And in that difficulty, you don't know how much you grow up until you keep on moving forward. You know, for the sake of Allah, fi sabilillah. You know, you struggle for Allah, Allah's going to give you something better in return. Always you will. You know? So I'm sorry, I don't want to be that, but I just want to...
Man, that's man. Yeah. SubhanAllah, I really never thought about that.
Yeah.
Until becoming a Muslim.
Like, everything led to you becoming a Muslim.
So I'm talking about, man. There's something that SubhanAllah so much because of all the things that happened to me, man. It's all I'm doing now is trusting Allah, bro. Right? I'm just a car. Right? Allah is the engine driver.
Oh, man. He's the driver at the engine. In a Tesla, but autopilot.
But I'm thinking, I'm like, man, it's SubhanAllah, bro. It's amazing, bro, how Islam changes you. You know?